Hey guys, welcome to Boxing Squared for boxing news and views from around the internet. The former unified champion Tyson Fury, he now has an opponent for his June 9th return to the ring. It's this guy, 39-year-old Albanian Sefer Seferi. Question is, well, who is this guy and what can we expect out of him? Seferi, that is, not Fury. We know about Fury, but there still is some questions there as well. But I guess more specifically, what can the Gypsy King get out of the fight? So I'll cover that and more in this video. Buckle in. Let's go. Sefer Seferi, not exactly a household name in the heavyweight division. And there's a good reason for that. He's not really a heavyweight. He's fought the majority of his career at cruiserweight. So if we just bring up his record here. So on the surface, you look at it and go, okay, 23-1. Sole loss coming to Manuel Cha in 2016. And Manuel Cha, of course, is the current holder of the WBA regular title. So you go 23-1, sole loss to a guy that's holding a version of a heavyweight title at the moment. That could actually look respectable to some people. And I'm sure all of this will be used in the run-up to the June 9th fight night to try varnish Seferi with some credibility in order to try sell some tickets to the Manchester Arena and also get people tuning into their TVs. Frank Warren, he's the promoter. He wants this event to do well. And it should do well. Tyson Fury out of the ring for 2.5 years. A lot of people want to tune in just to see, well, where exactly is this guy at? Does he have what he used to have? Or is he going to get close to what he did have? A number of open questions there. But there was always going to be a bit of a but when you come to Sefer Seferi's record. Because if you scratch under the surface and really look at this record, scrutinize it, there's nothing much there to write home about. The vast bulk of journeymen judging by their records, and his best win appears to be either against a guy with 18 losses for a minor title, or a guy with 10 losses when he defended that minor title. So, you have to pick your poison with that one. So, Seferi, the record 23-1, a bit padded. In terms of Seferi, as I mentioned, he's 39, he's an orthodox fighter, he's nicknamed the real deal. Make of that what you will. And by all accounts, he's a reasonably durable character. So he does also have, and this was a little bit of an eye-opener for me, an 88% KO ratio. That does sound impressive when you first look at it, but when you consider he's been knocking over cream puffs left, right and centre for the most part of his career, I don't really know what to make of that. It certainly is a padded record in my eyes. But for Fury's first fight back, and I did say this on Twitter, check it out, at boxing_squared, this fight, it kind of is what it is. It's Fury's first fight back. It was always going to be against someone who ticked some of the boxes. Not all of them, some of the boxes, because after all, they have to try and market this fight. But ultimately, it should shape as a relatively low-risk fight for Tyson Fury. They were never going to put him in with someone really decent. Obviously, it is heavyweight boxing. Well, heavyweight versus cruiserweight here. You never know what can happen, and Fury has been knocked down by a cruiserweight before. But, this should shape as a fight. He can get some rounds in. We can get a look at him, see what sort of shape he's in, and will he be able to display at least a decent chunk of his old ability? Because if he can, he should be able to get past Seferi with relative ease. And if you've followed this channel for any length of time, you'll know that I think Fury needs at least 4 or 5 warm-up fights over a 12 to 18-month period to really get his feet back under the desk, to try get back to where he once was. He's got to get his fighting rhythm back. He's got to work himself into some good ring form, get back in the groove. So I'm not expecting him to look fantastic right off the bat, right out of the gate. He's been out of the ring 2.5 years after all. And there may be some spots against Seferi, especially if it goes all 10 rounds, where he looks a little bit scratchy and ring rust may look like a bit of a factor in it. But then again, this is why they've selected Seferi. They want to give Fury some rounds. And should Fury be able to go some rounds on June 9, work his way into a little bit of form, that's going to be good for his confidence. Especially if he's facing someone like an Antonio Tarver or Shannon Briggs for his next fight out. And that's two guys that he has identified that he does want to fight in his comeback. And I have seen some criticism online of Seferi being chosen. But really for me, it's a tune-up fight. A decent tune-up fight, blow away some of the rust, get back into the heavyweight scene, announce himself as back, Mac is back, all that sort of stuff. We're going to hear that ad nauseum in the next few weeks. But if he does manage to look good, or even get a stoppage, well, that's even better for the hype that will continue to build around him in his comeback. And I think we've all got an eye to the future here with a potential Fury versus, say, an Anthony Joshua or a Deontay Wilder. Those are the fights that we eventually want to see Fury in. So it will be a bit of a taste tester on June 9th. And if Fury can stay on track, whoever is unbeaten out of, Wilder or Joshua, they're going to need to face him eventually. They're going to need to try become the man that beat the man. Because that's, of course, what Fury did to Vladimir Klitschko. And I'll also, this little sidebar here, be interested to see how Fury responds to Ben Davison's instructions from the corner. And Fury, of course, he's no longer being trained by his uncle Peter Fury. We've seen Davison whip Fury into decent shape in the past year or so. So I am really interested to see what the game plan is and how Fury responds to him in between rounds. And speaking of Fury being whipped into shape, I'm going to end this video with how the transformation of Tyson Fury in the past year unfolded before our eyes. Enjoy.
Right, we've just finished training. Brutal session. Look what Billy's done to my face. Hi, this is Tyson Fury, former undisputed heavyweight champion of the world.
Both are. Yep. This is sprinting. Sprinting. Get up there. Get up there, then. Get up. Get up there, then.
to know my plan now. Brainstorm, change the plan. I just set myself a goal of beating the great Joe Lewis's record of 25 title defences.